Good evening. This is Dr. Bill Wyatt again with the American Orthodontic Society, and I'm planning to talk to you a little bit this afternoon about making a nice face even nicer. Now, you kind of stick your neck out there, and you really don't want to promote that. You have to let the patient promote it themselves. And in this case that I'm going to show you here, this young lady is in her late teens and comes in and wants to have her profile brought in some. And she's got a little problem with a cuspid tooth up there, but nothing I couldn't correct everything and leave all the teeth in there. But we'd have to take the wisdom teeth, and I'm not sure whether we ever took the wisdom teeth out or not, but let's take a look at her and see. And if you make the decision and it turns out the way she doesn't like it, or her boyfriend or her parents or whatever, make sure they make the decision. Now here it is. Here's a nice looking young lady, but if you look at it close, the lip structure looks a little protrusive in here, like it's something you could do to make that look better. And we look at her again, the same thing. Now this is a terrible smile shot, but we couldn't judge much on that. From the angle, it looks slightly full, not much, but just a little bit. And from the profile side shot here, the lips are out further than we would really like to treat a case, but I would never recommend taking out her bicuspids unless she actually wanted to. Now we've got a cuspid that looks pretty bad, but it's not. That's a deciduous tooth right here. Every time you take that out and you open a little space, you can bring that cuspid in easy. It might be slightly fuller, but not much. You've got pretty much a room there that you could get the tooth into that without messing the face up or making it any more protrusive than it is. So you let the person make this decision. And when this tooth is gone right here, it's obvious, see, that you could take this cuspid and put it in there and even have a little left over. And she's got the second molars already in, the wisdom teeth are still impacted in there. Okay, I'm going to erase that and go on. Now here the lower anteriors are crowded a little bit, and we could expand them. It wouldn't make the facial structure come out to very little. You probably would never notice it. Now she's got some tori in there, swelling up with this bony tissue, and inside here is kind of big and makes the tongue have a little less room, and it might have something to do with the fullness of the face. And anyway, she doesn't like it, and probably her boyfriend or somebody else said, well, bring your face in, or somebody that had had that done to them and made it look nicer, encouraged her to come do this. So here are the Panorex X-rays. I've got about 5 or 6, I think, here. And we first saw her, and she was wanting to do this, so we took a Panorex and went over and showed her the face, the place where we would remove the teeth. And we were hoping to get room for the wisdom teeth, but I still don't know whether they made it in or not. This was 04, and this lady, I don't have her age here for a good bit, and so we let her decide. And so we took the teeth out on her and started the work. And this is the second Panorex. And here, let me go back one. That's the third one. And the spaces are still there. We haven't closed that. And here, at this one, we've got our age is 18 and 5, and it's 05. And so she's probably 16 or 17 there when we started this. And it's, boy, I never go to a 16-year-old young lady that looks as good as this and say, well, you've got to have your bicuspids pulled out because we want to bring your face back. I would never do that, but they come and they want you to do this. And so I can explain to her about what it's going to look like, and I can be pretty accurate about that and actually draw it out for her. But she makes up her mind, or her parents know, and they decide, okay, and whoever is paying for it, go ahead. All right, here's the last one. She's 19 years old here, and this is 06, and we're look like we really need to get the wisdom teeth out. So we didn't want to have a push against it and enlarge it because it was looking good. So we decided to have somebody remove the wisdom teeth, though I hate to do that. And this was 19, and here it is in the braces, and we're finishing this out, so it's just regular orthodontics. There's one thing here, I'm rotating, I'm pulling this space together and coming around hooking this too. So we'll rotate that tooth a little bit by this elastic chain, and we're doing a little bit of the same thing on that one. On the other side, I'll just point those out. Now, on the top, we've still got a little space and got some rotation. And don't try to get an elastic to do something here. See, you can run the wire in right here and come out on this side and put a tremendous pressure. You can push down on the wire and wire it down in there, and it'll make the back tooth rotate a little bit back that way. But don't try to put an elastic on it. You get it to do that unless you were hooking this up where you wanted to hook an elastic chain and come all around and hook the bracket right over here, but you'd have to put a lump of acrylic on it and put that chain elastic all the way around, stretch it to get it over the bracket. Now it'll turn it faster than anything, but I thought I could probably pull that in by just wiring it down and pressing it like that. Now let's see. Now this is a shot that a lot of people should do. I mean, this is the mirror right here. And I pushed it, set it on the lip, and pushed it kind of up against the tissue right in here. And this is the picture that you get right here. See? Now these teeth are lined up, and there's no bumps or increase in the size of the teeth right in here. Everything's lined up good. So anyway, I've got the record of that you don't have those cingulums or margins of the teeth that are trying to rotate that back. Okay, and in here we still haven't got that done. Now at this point, this young lady, thank goodness, looks a lot better to me than she did to start with. If you can remember back how full her face was then. And then when she smiles, she's got teeth going all the way back. We didn't change that much, but did some improvement on it. And the profile from this side looks good too, and good from this angle. And she's still in here. This is 06, and let me go through. We are finishing taking the teeth out. Taking the braces off and closing the space of the teeth. And here the finishing touches on closing it up. That's 07. And this is, I think, 06 or 07. She's in a retainer, and we close back like that. And we have a good class 1 relationship. And the facial structure, she's got her hair kind of hanging in her face here a little bit, but the lip structure and the facial structure from this angle looks good. That's a pure smiling sign. The profile looks good there and good. And this is 07, and this the same thing. And the teeth, I think there's some duplicates in there, but the teeth are lined up good. And the only thing that I think she has a beautiful smile, and the facial structure looks much better. And anyway, we did get it looking better to my way of thinking, and I wanted to explain to whoever she is associated with, close, like her boyfriend or her husband or somebody like that, that they know what we're shooting for, and hopefully this satisfies what they want. So thank you for watching. If you have this situation come up, remember, let the person make the decision, and not just the person, but if it's parents or somebody's paying for it, bring them in, and then you decide, what do you want? What do you want me to do? Then I try to do it the best I can. So that's the advice I give on a case like this. So hope you'll join our group and subscribe to it, and we appreciate having you. Now, thank you, I hope I'll see you again. Bye-bye.